All right, let's take a look at questions 7 and 8. So this is graph the following lines, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. So we have a positive 1 here, the y-intercept, and now our slope here is negative 1/2. So starting here, we're going to go down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2. Draw your line. Okay. And let's change color. All right, now our next y-intercept is at negative 3. So go down to negative 3, draw your y-intercept. Our slope is 2, and it's easier to graph if you put that over 1. So now we have an up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Draw your line. Now, even though my lines aren't very straight because of this pen, you can kind of look at it. They definitely are not parallel. Not that one. So the question now becomes, are they perpendicular or neither? So remember, perpendicular means that the two lines are going to cross, and when they cross, they will make a right angle. We want to see, does that make a 90-degree angle? Still kind of hard to tell with my drawing. But one of the things we learned is if we have a slope of 2, and the other one had a slope that was opposite, so negative, and then the reciprocal of 2. So the reciprocal of 2, like it's 2 over 1, would be 1/2. If the slopes are opposite reciprocal, so one is 2 and one is negative 1/2, then that would make the lines perpendicular. So the answer here, the lines are perpendicular because their slopes are opposite reciprocals. Okay. All right, number 8. So we have this rectangle, and one of the things we know about a rectangle are the opposite sides are the same. So this and this are the same, and this and this are also the same. We want to find our distance, MA, and we want to write our answer in simplest radical form. So remember when we did this, we drew our triangle here. And so 1, 2, 3, so this is a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And so now we plug it in the Pythagorean theorem and see what C is. So it's going to be A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So when I plug the 3 in, 6 in, I get 9 plus 36, and 9 plus 36 is 45 equals C squared. So remember, to get rid of that C squared, we're going to square root to both sides. And I'll continue over here. So C equals square root of 45. And so since it says simplest radical form, we want to see, can we break this down? So 45 breaks down to 9 times 5, which equals 3 square root 5. And I'm going to use that same work for finding AT, because if I draw my triangle here, draw my triangle here, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like I was saying earlier, since it's a rectangle, we know the opposite sides are congruent. So both MA and AT are 3 rad 5. Now let's find TH. I'm going to do that work here. Okay, so TH draw the triangle. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So same thing, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of that side. So since I showed all the work over here, I'm going to take a little bit of shortcuts here. 5 squared is going to give me 25. 10 squared is going to give me 100, and that's going to equal TH. So my C squared is going to equal 125, square root both sides. And now we want to break it down. So this becomes 25 times 5, which equals 5 rad 5. And since this would give us the exact same over here, we only have to do that work once. So now we know that this and this are a 3 rad 5. And we know that this and this are 5 rad 5. Now we can find the perimeter. So we got to find the perimeter. And so perimeter just means we're going to add up those 4 sides. So it's going to become It's going to become 3 rad 5 plus 5 rad 5 plus 3 rad 5 plus 5 rad 5. So I have all 4 sides. So now notice how it's rad 5, rad 5, rad 5, rad 5. They're all alike, so it means we can add them. So we're just going to go 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5. And so that's going to give us 16 rad 5. And since we're on a graph, we're going to call it units. And then over here for C, it says find the area. Well, since it's a rectangle, the area of a rectangle is just base times height. So we're going to let this be my base. We are going to let this be my height. And now we just plug it in and see what happens. So we get 5 rad 5 times 3 rad 5. So 5 times 3 is going to give me 15. And then if you're not sure what to do with the radicals, when you multiply the inside. So 5 times 5 is 25. And so now we need to square root the 25. And so now it's 15 times 5. And so now you just got to go 15 times 5, which is going to give us 75. So now when we talk about area, we're talking about something covering. And so it's going to be square units. I hope this helps.